And we are live. Hello. It's a cough.
Wow.
You.
Wow.
It was coming out right as we were doing. Hi everyone. It is me, Dylan, slightly better player 740 from season 1 of Beast Games, and I'm here with
Chantell back at it again for another recap of Beast Games.
that's right. All right, so it's been a minute, y'all, since we have spoken. But we are here at the penultimate episode of Beast Games Season 2. I was about to say I can't believe we're here already, but I feel like this season's been going on for a while, right?
Yeah, it feels like it's dragging, no shade.
Right. I don't know what it is, but
And it's dragging because the characters are meh. Sorry, I said it.
well, you know what it is that I think it was that you remember that episode where no one got eliminated and they were just doing the family visit?
Yeah,
I think that episode really just like dragged it out a little too long. Like I think that episode could have just been gone and we would have been
yeah.
good.
That episode could have been attached to another episode and it could have been 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, that would have been great. But anyways, we're here to talk about the latest episode. So let's just dive on into it. So last episode, we were left on another cliffhanger. I actually thought the last episode cliffhanger wasn't too bad because it was opening up the door for the next game. And we were starting I guess, the second version of last season's top 10 game, where there's 10 of them left. And each round, they will have to vote one person to move forward into the top six. As they were beginning the game, August had figured out that Monica probably doesn't have the coin anymore and sold it. He didn't have any proof, but he calls her phone and he's like, I know you sold the coin. Jim basically told me. So, coming into the episode, what were you expecting from that little storyline?
I was expecting for August to gag them, to
Yeah, me too.
finagle his way and get a spot in the top six. But it's like he failed miserably.
Yeah, I was expecting him to, dominate, but it was kind of just like someone farted in the elevator. He said it and then it was like, "Oh, I mean, we don't really care. Next case."
Yeah, he should have I don't know, he should have called everyone and just started blurting it out.
I think that he just went about it the wrong way. I think that the boys already had an upper hand because their whole alliance was there.
Mhm.
So he didn't really need to do all of that of like blackmailing Monica, but also he got rid of JC's favorite word, leverage. He got rid of his leverage immediately by just being like, "Hey, I know that you have this, blah blah blah." So it's like, okay, you just revealed what dirt you have on her. So now she's like,
Mhm.
who cares? You know?
Yeah, we can touch more on that at the end of this because I
Yeah.
have some words.
So the round goes on, and the first round works the exact same way as last season. The top 10 have to stay in their pods, and they can only communicate through the phone. So on your phone calls, you can bribe people for money, you can ask for money, you can strategize, you can lie, and at the end of the round, you'll vote for who you want to go forward. What would your strategy have been going into this round?
My strategy would be I'll vote for me if you vote for I'll vote for you if you vote for me.
And just say it to everybody?
Yeah, I'll just say it to everybody. I'm genuinely a nice person and people like me, and usually they'll just do it. But I
That
probably
is
throw in
true.
some money in there.
That is true.
Probably.
You did that in I
That would
Love
be my
Money.
strategy, like straight
Yeah.
up.
I could see that working out for you. I mean, last season it worked out for what was his name? Gage. It worked out for Gage pretty well, and he tricked his
Hmm.
way to the top. I think same thing. You just ask people for a vote and be like, you know what? If you keep this between us, I'll vote for you if you vote for me.
It
I
actually depends. Am I playing cutthroat or am I playing nice girl?
You
If
got to
I'm
play
playing nice
cutthroat.
girl, then I'll be like, yeah, I'll vote for you if you vote for me, and then just
Not
lie to
actually.
everybody.
Yeah. Well, the
But
votes are
cutthroat, I
secret.
probably bribe. I probably say like bribe the people that don't like me with money, and then people that do, I'll be like, I'll vote for you if you vote for me.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because you shouldn't have to bribe the people that really like you. But this
Yeah.
first round, there really wasn't any bribing, unless I'm mistaking anything. They just kind of like,
No, they just kind of voted. They're like,
yeah,
yeah, we'll vote you in. Like,
yeah.
okay. It was
This is
straightforward.
this is where I feel like some kind of disconnect between the show and like me as a viewer. I was surprised that it was just a foregone conclusion that Tyler was going to be in the top six.
I
You know?
mean, he didn't ruffle any feathers with anyone.
Yeah.
Everybody knows he has a family, he got kids to support, so I feel like it's kind of a no-brainer.
But you notice how he took 100,000, and when you break it down, that was not a fair share. Like his fair
Mhm.
share would have been, I want to say maybe, I mean, it wouldn't have been a huge difference. I think his fair share would have been like 80,000, 90,000. But it was curious to me that no one got on him the same way that last season people got on Jeff for taking more
Mhm.
than he was supposed to.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe they just really genuinely like him. You
Could
really have
be.
to like someone not to be on their ass.
Well, they did bring up like, oh, his kids. They got to meet his kids, so I guess that really did have an impact. Um, but I mean, good
His
for
kids
him.
were probably super cute. I mean, they were super cute in the episode,
They were really cute. He probably had, I mean, maybe he leveraged that a little bit to his advantage. But
probably. I mean, if I had kids, I would leverage them too.
hell yeah. Why
Like, yeah, I
not?
got kids to feed.
Especially when you're in a top 10 where I think the only other person that had kids was Corey, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So why not? So he gets through. I actually think it was a pretty good move on everyone's part to get out someone who's likable like that
Hmm.
because if Tyler had stayed in, it would have been really hard to campaign against him when
Yeah,
you're down to the later rounds.
I
Uh,
agree.
Kind of like how Tawana, I think Tawana went out first last season for the same reason. She was honorable with all of her decisions. So the
Hmm.
second round was where things got interesting. I think the second round was that the round where they were able to move around, or were they still stuck in the pods? I think they were still
I
stuck in the
I
pods,
think they're
right?
still stuck in the pods.
Okay, tell me if you think I'm wrong. I partially think that they came up with some of this shit on the fly. I think that they watched the
Really?
first I
Why do you
think
think that?
I think that they watched the first two rounds where they were stuck in the pods, and I think someone was like, why don't we give them a round where they can roam around? Or maybe the players were like, we want to be able to roam around and talk to each other. I feel like maybe they thought of it on the fly and they're like, okay, this round you guys get to roam around and talk to each other. Couldn't you see that being a thing?
Yeah, I could see that being a thing if they weren't giving much.
Well, that could have been it too. Maybe they just didn't.
No shade, but if you're not giving anything, like, okay, I need to be like Tyra Banks and make this dramatic. Like, well, how can we spice this up?
Yeah. And I will say, I mean, I would assume I'm allowed to say this, but I know in the first season's contract, um, it was explicitly stated that at any time the rules of the game can be changed according to discretion
They
of,
said that,
and yeah, it said that
so
in the
they could
thing.
rig you out if they wanted.
No. So
Oh, okay.
so it was that the rules of the game itself could change, but
Hmm.
like let's say the rule was okay, this round you have to stack 4 blocks, the first to do it wins. That can't be
Hmm.
changed. But if they want to do a second round, they can say, okay, this time you have to stack 5 blocks. So that's what it means basically. So it's not riggy, it's just, oh, we can change the rules of the game to make it more interesting. So I could see them doing that. And I don't and if they did decide it on the fly, I don't think it would be unethical. I think it's just kind of what adds to the element of the show and it made it more exciting. So
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, so I'd be curious if anyone from the top 10 can let us know but we'll find out after the season. So, anyways, the second round, Hannah activated. I was so happy. I was like, hallelujah, finally.
Finally, someone is gonna play cutthroat and do
Right.
something with their money because nobody was doing anything.
Hannah is an LRG player. She's a Survivor super fan. She plays games like this for fun. So I knew that she had this ability in her, and it was so great actually getting to see her in action. Um, she had that conversation with Jeff when he sacrificed himself in the cube. And he was like, you gotta
Mhm.
play cutthroat, you gotta play cutthroat. And she did. She used her money to her advantage. It was very impressive.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have given away all my money. A
Yeah.
majority of it, yes, but all of it, I would at least keep $1 just to be funny. At least. Like
Well,
I would be like the price is right and bet $1.
well, the first thing that she did was she gave money over to Jim so that his amount would be 69,420.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I
What's his
remember
obsession with this 69?
because it's like a meme. It's like, oh, 69, like the sex position, and then 420, like weed. He's like trying to
Oh,
be a meme.
okay.
Jim gives me like Reddit user, like like chronically online guy with the humor of like a middle schooler. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I can see that.
and I remember after the $1 million episode was posted, he said he took less money on purpose so that he could fit some type of meme. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like the 6'7" meme or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was gonna go for, but like it didn't even make sense.
Well, I'm trying to think, was this filmed when 6'7" was even going around, or was this
Yeah,
filmed when was
yeah,
but six
it
seven didn't
was.
but 6'7" didn't start till like later on, right?
No, it didn't.
I
It's
don't even
been
remember.
around since like I swear, like late 24.
Really? That long?
Yeah, it's been around a long time. I literally had to Google what the hell is this 6'7"
I
nonsense?
remember when it came out, but I thought it was like 2025. But whatever.
Yeah,
So,
no. It like came out in 24, but then it gained more popularity.
oh, well,
Yeah, I know.
I still I still have students that say 6'7". I'm like, child, that's in 2025. We in 2026. Find a
My
new
nieces
meme.
and nephews still say 6'7".
It's not even
Six,
funny.
7. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't get it, but okay.
Well, anyways, so he gets 69 420. I would have thought that would have been enough for him. I
No, he's a greedy motherfucker.
so
He was a greedy motherfucker.
I saw an interview with August where he was talking about how Monica was a scummy player for what she did with the coin, like hiding the 500,000 and pretending like she took nothing. In my opinion, I felt like Jim and Monica were scummy for taking money from Hannah for a vote after
Hmm.
Hannah turned down $1 million for them.
Yeah.
I
They
was
don't
like,
care. They're trying to be cutthroat and backstabby.
yeah, but I mean, that's
They were doing
different,
it for the
right?
plot.
I don't know. To me, that's different. Like Hannah, I feel like it should have been like Tyler, where it's a foregone conclusion. She turned down $1 million for you guys. This is your chance to repay the favor. Why are you sucking up money from her when she could be using it to convince someone different to vote for her?
Because they're greedy. That's what greed does.
They are greedy. I think
They're
that
greedy.
Jim never in his mind was like, I'm going to the top six. I'm just going to drain all these people for as much money as possible.
Oh, 100%. Didn't he say that?
I think he did at some point. I think it was in his mind that he was going to push Monica as forward as much as he could,
Hmm.
and then he was willing to go out. My thing is, I didn't understand why they didn't campaign sooner. Like, why are you waiting so long? Like, the only people that were campaigning this round were Hannah and August. That was it, right?
Yeah, it was just them two. I don't know. Because Brett was like, oh, I just want to wait until we're lower in numbers. And I'm like, huh?
That
Then your
made no sense to
probability
me.
gets lower and lower.
It's once you get down to the lower numbers, you have to remember you're eliminating votes, and it gets to a
Hmm.
point where one vote can make the difference, and people are going to start throwing their votes away. Like I remember last season, JC got a vote in the final round. He almost JC almost got to the top six by accident last season. You really want to stick around for the top for the final six for this vote?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like hindsight is 2020 after the fact
I
for a
guess
lot of
so.
people.
I just didn't really take him as that brainy of a player, but I did start to feel bad for August because I could tell August was playing the hardest out of
Yeah, but like
all of them.
it's like his strategy went out the window. He was supposed to strong arm Monica and Jim, and he didn't do that. And then turn everybody against them to
Well,
get the vote to go through. But
I think
like
people
he
just didn't
failed.
care.
He did care. The man was scrambling right after that
No,
when he realized his plan wasn't working.
I think that I think people just didn't care about Monica's coin. I think they were just like, okay, whatever, if she sold the coin. So it
They
didn't
should
really
be caring
matter.
about her coin.
They should too. Yeah, I would be like, well, fuck her. I don't want her to
Otherwise,
move
why are you
forward.
here?
Yeah.
You're only here because we want a chance to win 10 mil.
Yeah. So, so his plan failed and he lost by I think like one vote.
Yeah.
This was the point where I was like, is August just not going to get through?
Yeah, I almost thought he wasn't going to.
Yeah. So the following round, Jack activates. I
Hmm.
was waiting for it because they showed a clip of him in the trailer for this episode where he's like, I'm willing to ball out with all my money. And the moment that made me nervous for August was when Nick was like, I'm sorry, but this time I got to push for Jack. And August was
Hmm.
like, oh, fuck.
At least he was honest. If it was me, I would have
Yeah.
lied. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna vote for you.
What I really
Give
respected
me some
about
money.
Nick this episode was that Nick didn't try campaigning for himself. He was like, "All right, I know I'm not getting through. I just want my boys to get through." And he really did that. He backed them up and Jack Jack didn't even really spend that much money
He
compared
spent
to
half of
yeah.
his stuff, his earnings.
I think that speaks volumes to how great of a social game that little fucker has done this whole season. Like,
Hmm.
bro, if you ever see a guy like Jack in these games that is like funny, like the little brother type, you gotta knock those bitches out first because they
Hmm.
are the smartest ones in the room.
Yeah, Dylan.
I know, yeah, I know. I was one of them. I was definitely one of them, chat. If I didn't get my way.
Dylan, you got to go.
No, I'm having an attack. I'm having a panic attack. Oh
My
my gosh.
God.
But he proved his chops. Queen and I like have differing views on Jack's gameplay. Um, and I can see from like a personal level maybe why people disagree with him because of what he did to Sue. But I think he's played a stellar game all season.
Yeah. Yeah, he's playing good. He's playing
Yeah.
good. That's all.
Oh, I mean, I guess there's really not that much else to say. He kind of just like he bought Monica, he bought Jim, and
Hmm.
then Nick backed him up. He didn't need any
He was
money.
already friends with the boys, so it
Yeah.
was done
The
deal.
the boys definitely came into this episode with an advantage, having
Hmm.
six of their alliance still in the game. This is again, this goes back to when Monica had that opportunity to work with the girls. Like you could have had Briley and Strongman Tyler and Katie in the final 10, who I guess nobody liked. And
She don't like women. She gets intimidated by women. She
that
wants to feel like she's better, so that's why.
I'm not gonna
She
hold you. That's
probably
what it was
regrets it
given.
now, but I mean,
Oh, I mean, I would imagine she regrets it now. If she doesn't
she
regret it
could have
now, I
caked
regret it for
walked
her.
them, no shade.
Oh, easily. If Katie was here, who the fuck's voting for Katie? If Briley was here, if Tyler was here, no one was gonna vote for any of them. It would have
Hmm.
been like a free pass to the top six, I would
Yeah.
imagine. And then if Nick took the money like he did last time, then he would be, number four. So I don't know, but it's part of why I was kind of waiting for Monica to get eliminated. Um,
Mhm.
But anyways, so Jack makes it through. So at this point, this is where I'm like with Mr. Beast. I'm like, Jimmy, you gotta not insert your opinion so much because then he's like, oh, the brains are dog walking this challenge. They are killing it. We've got two brains in the top. The bronze need to step it up. It's like, well, you got Katie there still. Like maybe now she's not gonna get through because you put all this attention. Um, this is where Katie was starting to lose me a bit because Katie was being a bit wishy-washy about her vote being bought.
I don't know. She says she could be swayed.
Well, but one second she's like,
She
yeah.
said no. The next minute, it could be swayed. Like, what?
I think once she saw that everyone was, bribing people, she was like, okay,
Did
I
she
guess I can be
realize
swayed.
in that moment that she fucked up? Because I'm just wondering.
I think she was trying to bide her time before campaigning.
Like, did she realize that she fucked up? Like, she knew she wasn't making it through? Because that's what it was giving.
She was lacking that tenacity.
She
Like,
had no drive, child.
no. Hannah and Jack had the brains and the drive to get to the top. I feel
Hmm.
like Katie had the brains, but she didn't have that cutthroat in her to go back on voting for Corey or go back on voting for Brett. So I think that's why she just gave up, which is crazy because at this point she had the most buying power. I think besides Nick.
I
So it's
don't,
very, very strange.
I
So
don't
this
know.
round was August ended up getting through, and I'm trying to remember.
Mhm.
Was August campaigning against Katie in this round? No, he was campaigning against Corey in
Yeah.
this. Now, imagine if you're August and you've been campaigning the whole episode since round one to get through, and every round it's like, no, next round, no, next round, no, next round. Wouldn't you be getting pissed?
Yeah, he looked like he was getting defeated.
Yeah, I don't
Like it
blame
was
him.
written all over his face.
It reminded me of when we did the capture the flag game in the first season, because what would happen is everyone would agree on what flag they were going to go for.
Hmm.
And I just remember being told over and over again, "Oh, we'll let you get the next one. We'll let you get the next one." And it's like the numbers are dwindling down. That's when I had the little panic attack thing. But it's like even after that, I still had to stand up for myself to get the flag. So it was reminding me of that. I think if August didn't put his foot down, there's a chance he would have just been looked over, kind of like Katie was.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment because the way his face was set up, he was begging.
He
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 was
was
begging.
he was desperate, child. He was
I'm like, damn.
he was thirsty for this top six spot. Okay, he needed it like water. And I mean, I would want it too, especially if I've already given all of my money away. Because how much money did he have left? Oh, didn't he? Wasn't he trying to bribe Corey? And Corey was like, "I don't want your money."
Yeah. But then he still took it later.
Well, he didn't have a
He's like,
choice.
here's 5K for you to go on a trip. Use it on a trip. Take your family on a trip.
I'm sorry, but he was not slick with that at all. It was so like he was so transparent with that. Oh,
Mm.
Corey, I feel bad you don't really have any money. Like, oh, I want to see your family go well, so you know what? I'm gonna send you $5,000. Oh, and by the way, could you please vote for me? And Corey was like, I don't want none of that shit.
It's crazy. It's
I,
crazy.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't vote for August just because he seems like a used car salesman.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't think he sounds like a used car salesman. I just think that he like gives up too quickly.
I don't know but the thing with Corey and the
rather than
5,000,
standing on business.
yeah, he was not standing on business. But I mean, well, that you know what, that's really what it is instead of being upfront with Corey, like, hey, I really want to move forward to the next round. Can I give you $5,000 for your vote? Instead, he tried making it into like some,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like he like white knight situation where you're trying to like, do the right
Yeah.
thing or whatever for him. Like, no, like it's inauthentic.
This episode showed that August is not good at talking to people.
Yes, I think I would agree with that.
Like he's good at like making friends, but when it comes to like strategy and game, like yeah, no, it's out the window.
I think he has strategy, but he doesn't have the riz or the finesse to like pull things off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It was because I really thought that he was gonna like bring it on that
Yeah.
cliffhanger, and then it just fell flat. I'm like, what the fuck? This is not what I expected.
No, it's
I
like
was
seeing.
ready to see people going in on Monica, but that didn't happen.
No, it is like being promised um a 5-star movie, but then getting like a B-list movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think it was that this top 10, I think the people that have tenacity and ferocity is like
Mm-hmm.
Nick wasn't trying to get to the top six, Jim, who wasn't trying to get to the top six, and then you have like Monica and August, and then Jack and Hannah, who they just kind of like bulldozed, and that was it. So you were left with people that just like, I don't know, they didn't really have the motivation to really like push themselves. It's a little
Yeah,
weird.
I didn't like it.
Isn't
That's
this a
why,
$5 million competition?
yeah, I don't know, man. I've been saying this from the beginning that I think that this top 10 is meh. So
Yeah.
I I don't know what they're doing. And
I
I
think,
still think we're gonna have a meh winner.
well, that's the most disappointing part is I mean, we'll get to that at the very end, but I think that the most boring person in the top six is going to be the winner. I truly feel
Yeah,
that.
I can see that.
So August finally pushes through and he gets in the top six. I mean, I was happy because between Corey and August, Corey follows me on Instagram. Hi, Corey. And I think Corey's a nice guy. But between the two, I am more interested to see what August would do in a top
Mhm.
six. So I did want to see him get to the final, and I was
I mean, I
happy.
thought he was gonna be the first one in the top, but
Yeah.
anyways.
At least he's trying. You know what? Even if it didn't work out at
Yeah,
first, he was trying. So,
true.
oh, and I guess we should add in that that was the round where they were able to start leaving their pod and go campaign. I actually liked that a little better. So I think the rule was you were able to move around, but you could only talk inside the pod, which
And
did make
only one
sense.
person inside at a time.
Yeah. It did make it that made sense to me from a production standpoint because if people were able to just go off whatever, like you wouldn't be able
Hmm.
to follow them with the camera. By them being in the pods, you can follow them with the camera, and also everyone can see what you're doing.
Hmm.
So, I thought that was a good idea on their part to shake it up. I mean, as we said in the beginning, there's a good possibility they did come up with that on the fly, but it
Hmm.
definitely made the episode not feel as stale as like the
Yeah,
Cube episode, for example.
I agree.
So I give them those kudos to then go to the worst round of the episode. Like this round is why I say I feel like they came up with it on the fly
Hmm.
because if they had planned it in advance, they would have figured out that this format for this challenge does not work. So for this round, they had to stand in a circle. They were not allowed to go off to their pods, and they just had to have a face-to-face discussion. And this is where I think about like when we do those minis, those survivor minis, and you're not allowed to text each other or go to a breakout room, like you just talk face to face. If
Hmm.
people aren't able to make plans for a vote, there's not going to be a chance for people to lie to each other or to get on the same page about an alternative plan. So so this round really encouraged a group think vote, which is just not that interesting.
Yeah, that could have been done round one.
I think if it was done round one,
And
well,
then make it more climatic.
well, if it was done round one, I think Tyler would have just went through. But I think August would have maybe outed Monica at
Hmm.
that would have been a gag if he's like, Monica, I know some dirt on you.
That would have been so
And
much better.
yeah, he could have been like, I know dirt on you, and I will reveal it if you don't vote for me to move forward.
Hmm.
So, I mean, what is there to say? Corey goes through. I want to say I mean, I'm happy for him because he's a nice guy. But again, we were talking on the phone, like talking about what to say for this episode, and you didn't even know who I was talking about.
Yeah, like I be forgetting, like I'm really bad with names, like
Yeah.
really bad. So I have to look up their faces. And even then I'm like, oh.
Well,
They're
I
just like
would,
the only
yeah,
people I really remember is August, Nick, Jim, and Marka, because they've been in my face.
yeah,
So there's no storyline really for the others.
yeah. And I do think that it does get to a point where some of these guys start to blend together a bit. Like
Hmm.
Tyler and Corey, they're both the like somewhat not older, but like I would say they're in like their 30s or 40s,
Like buff and Italian looking.
buff Italian dads.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. So we have a top five of Tyler, Hannah, Jake, August, and Corey. Those are the only five we know for certain are going on to the final. So,
Mhm.
of those five, were any of them surprising to get to the top six?
No,
Yeah,
no.
I would agree with you. I wasn't really
I would be
surprised.
surprised if Jim got there.
Yes, I agree with
The
that.
others, like, no, not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I think going into it, we knew Nick and Brett were going to have a very hard time getting into the top.
Hmm.
Jim was probably not going to get to the top. So that really just left, well, is it going to be Monica or is it going to be Katie? But in my mind, I was like, Hannah and Katie have been invisible, but at least Hannah has the edge of turning down the million. Whereas
Hmm.
Katie, I couldn't really see a path for her. So this was my top
Yeah.
six plus Monica. Speaking of Monica, we go into the final round. So now all that's left is Jim, Monica, Brett, Corey, and Katie. And for this round, they can go in their pods, they can use the phones, they can do whatever they want. And Brett opens up with saying, I'm going to go buy your votes for X amount of money. I think he was offering what, like 10,000, 15,000.
Yeah. I think he
And
offered 10 at first, but then
yeah.
Jim wanted more.
And then Katie, this is where I was like, oh, Katie is cooked. Because Katie's like, would you guys be willing to accept less?
Yeah, like, who
I
says that?
was
Who
like,
the fuck
what?
says that?
I don't know. Like when she said that, I was like waiting for a point.
Didn't she? The thing that she's so confusing. Because how the hell is someone gonna offer you, what would they offer you? 5K or 10K, whatever, and then
Yeah.
you ask them to go up a little bit. And then you're telling me that you're gonna ask them for less money?
It was so weird. I was confused by what her point was
I
with
don't. She
that.
was confused the whole round, okay? This whole episode, bunch of question marks over her head. She didn't know what she
Yeah.
was doing. It was clear as day.
I think that she was ready to fight for her spot, but then the second that Brett stood up,
Ready where? If she was ready, they did not show it.
I just think that she was in her mind like I'm gonna fight for my spot, but then when the time actually came to do it, she just didn't have the cutthroat energy.
She didn't have no energy. Sis was on mute. She was
Well,
on mute. She was frozen.
what's crazy is that I feel like it wasn't impossible. She could have gotten Brett to vote for her, I feel. Like even
I
though
know.
I feel like once Brett campaigned, she just kind of bowed out and
But
gave
let's be so for real. I don't think any of those people were team Katie except for Hannah.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Like none of them were voting for her.
No, she was like the
She would literally
leftovers.
have to bribe them. That's the only way. And she
I
still didn't even do that.
I think her last chance was the round that Corey got through. I think that
Mm-hmm.
she could have gotten Monica and Jim because they were on the team, they were in her alliance, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But and she had the money. She had the money to buy votes,
I know, still. I,
but
I don't get her.
I don't know. I think once Corey just got that free pass and it was the last round, Jim
Mm-hmm.
was always going to vote for Monica. Monica was always going to throw her vote on Jim. And then you
Mm-hmm.
have Brett, who, what did he end up? I think he threw his vote on Nick, didn't he?
Yeah, he voted Nick.
Yeah. And then it's so it's like her only vote she was going to get was Nick. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't think Nick is going to vote for her. So
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
there's no chance.
She like blew her opportunity, which is a shame. So Brett is offering money to people. And I'm like, why are you doing that? You really think they're gonna vote for you? Like it was confusing to me. I think that it was a waste of time to even bargain with Monica and Jim. Because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you really think that Jim is not gonna push for Monica to go forward?
I mean, he believed and he still gave money. That's crazy. You
It
just
was
got
very
finesse.
weird. And honest and Monica's thought process didn't make sense to me either. I didn't see the point of going in her pod and hiding away. Like
She literally hid with a bag of money.
exactly. It didn't really make sense to me. It's not like Brett could have done anything.
I don't
It
know.
all
The
that
round
he
was very questionable.
I think the only way that maybe it would have impacted things is if Monica got into a bidding war with Brett for Nick's vote.
Mhm.
But I don't even know if that would have made too much of a difference. I think Nick knew what he was going to do, which we don't know what he did yet.
I think he
Um,
voted Monica.
I go back and forth because I know he's friends with Brett first, but does he respect Monica for getting him through and them working together
He
and
got
the money?
paid. He got paid. He's
Th-
sitting over what? Just over half a mil?
yeah, but didn't Brett give him money?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
both gave him money. So
didn't he? But he got money from Monica and Jim.
yeah, but he also got money from Brett. So
But he got more money from two people
yeah, but he's closer to
combined.
Brett. At least I'm pretty sure he's closer to Brett. I don't know.
I don't
This
know.
show
He
is very
chose he chose
confusing.
Monica as a captain, no?
No, he didn't
Oh
choose
no,
her as
she
a
chose
captain.
him. Never mind.
No, Brett chose Nick as a captain, and then Monica
Mm,
was campaigning for herself.
mm,
So that's why I'm like, Brett might be the choice. But if Brett goes through, I'm gonna be here's my thing. I'm not a fan of Monica's gameplay. I think that she's very extra, but she's at least been bringing it this season. Like she's been a strong competitor the whole season. She's been
mhm.
giving us moments. She's at least been taking big swings. So I can respect that she's adding things to the show. Whereas with Brett, I really don't know who the fuck Brett is. Like
Brett's mustache makes me so mad.
I know. It's like a
Like,
chin
why the
strap.
fuck is your shit shaved like that?
It feels intentional.
I
I
don't
I
like it. It's
I
so ugly, and I just want to take a razor and just
it,
shave it off.
get that worm off his face, off his lip.
Mm-mm.
I
It's
mean,
not good.
there were people on season one that purposely grew their facial hair in a stupid way in order to get attention from Mr. Beast. Like there was some guy that looked like Super Mario that was in my row that I wanted to knock out because he was trying to convince me to quit. I was like, I'm not quitting. Like, you better go get a one-up mushroom, okay?
I'm
But
weak.
I feel like maybe Brett just like grew his hair out that way to maybe be a more because looks I'm not gonna hold you. Looks do matter in reality TV casting. Like you got
Hmm.
200 people, you better stand out like in your personality. And if you don't stand out in your personality, standing out looks wise could be, the deciding factor. I mean, for Brett, how exciting do you think that interview was?
I have no idea, child. How exciting were any of their interviews?
Well, I mean, I think Jack's interview probably was
I
good.
feel like Jim was probably the best interview.
Probably. Jim was probably a slam dunk. And then Monica's interview was probably good. I think Hannah's was probably all right. Nick's was probably all right. I don't know about the rest of them. Like, no shade. How did Katie get on the show?
I don't know. She's a
What
smarty pants.
what is she a brain in? I don't even remember.
I don't know. We don't know her storyline because they didn't give it to us.
They didn't. I wanted to see her like fight harder. It was disappointing. So
Okay.
anyways, this final round, Monica and Brett, they're vying for Nick's vote, and Jim is talking about how we're not voting for Brett. Brett screwed us over. We're just getting our money back that he owed us. So
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not going to vote for it. And Brett should have clocked it. That Jim is a horrible liar. He's a horrible liar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
So
why else
bad.
would he be going to talk to Monica? Like, give me a break. So the vote is like split four different ways, and the cliffhanger is Nick. The reviews for this episode were actually not that great. I want to say this was like the second lowest episode of the season. hmm And and I guarantee you it's because of the fucking cliffhanger. I think that's
Yeah,
the
they could have just like ended it and showed us who made it so that we could be excited to see who's gonna win in the finale.
they should have pumped us up for this finale. Like it should have
Yeah,
been
they
like
didn't really do that.
I know. It like they could have been like, this is the final six of Beast Game Season 2. Tyler, the dad, Hannah, the brain that sold all her money, Jack, the jokester. Like that could have been how we went into this top 10 and I would feel a lot more excited. Instead, I don't know. But Mr. Beast, one thing I do appreciate about him is that he is open to criticism. And I follow his Twitter and all that stuff. And I see him just being like, yeah, we definitely overdid it with the cliffhangers. We'll fix that next season. And I believe it. They're only in season 2. It's still a baby. Like, give them. It's annoying when I watch these YouTubers that come on to bash Beast games without any constructive criticism. Like we're shitting on Beast games, we're shitting on it right now, but we are also giving credit where it's due. We're not just like have you seen any of those videos that people have been putting out about Beast games? There's some people that like all they do when they're reviewing an episode is they just put clips of the show and then they meme about it, like how it's like exploiting people. Oh, that's definitely like not a crime against humanity or something. Like, oh, like talking about their family. I don't know, it's weird. I don't even remember the names of these people, but their names pop up and it's like you're just getting clout off of being a hater, you know? Like Jimmy's really trying. Like
Hmm.
and I say that with no ass kissing at all. Like it's the truth and I appreciate it. So I hope next season they fix the cliffhanger issue because I think that's the reason why the ratings were low this episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like this season in its entirety. Season one was so much better.
Really? You didn't like any
Yeah,
of
I don't
it?
like it. No, I
Damn.
don't like it. Sorry.
What do you
The
think
first two
was
episodes were cool, and then I don't know. It just lost me. I like that it was more organized,
it was yeah, it was definitely more organized. It was easier to follow what was
but
happening this season.
they need to make their edit like Squid Games because I'm over this shit. I'm over it.
Yeah, they
I'm
need to have
over liking certain people and then boom, they're just fucking gone. Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's fine, but I would still want to know like a little bit about them.
What they need to do, and they have the money to do it. If you're not gonna have like a diary, excuse me, if you're not gonna have a specific diary room for the people that are left in the game, everyone should just have a camera with them where like a personal
Hmm.
camera they can carry around and just tell everyone every day I want everyone to film a diary room. Just like find somewhere to sit privately and just talk to the camera. Because I wouldn't be surprised if they just didn't pull people like Brett for confessionals early on. And that's why we never got to know him.
Yeah, because
I
It's like we got a bunch of people we don't know.
I also would like next season for there to be more things like the heart smashing episode where Nick and Monica got to eliminate three people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be better too because then they have a little bit more control of who's sticking around. I feel like we lost a lot of great people during the Wipeout episode.
Yep, 100%. We
Yeah.
did.
Like who went home that episode? Sydney went home. Um, that girl Sylvia went home. That guy that was talking shit about the girls, he went home. Like we lost a lot of good people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, we did.
anyways, so we move on to our final six. So going into this finale, we have Tyler, Hannah, Jack, August, Corey, and it's either going to be Brett or Monica, I'm assuming, going in with them. You believe it's going to be Monica, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm back and forth. I was so confident that Katie was going to be safe last time, and then she ended up going home over Brett. So I'm like, I don't know. I want to. I would like to see Monica go to the final because she's more entertaining. But let's say that Monica. So if Monica is in the top six, who's your pick to win?
Oh, if Monica gets to the top six, I want August to drag her for that coin.
Yes,
Drag her fucking ass for fucking lying.
we need a proper drag.
Drag her. I need her there for the plot. That's why I'm saying Monica.
Yes, we need a
But who's
payoff.
gonna win? I have no idea. I mean, I would love if August or Monica won, but it's gonna be somebody boring like a Tyler or like a what's the other guy's name? I forgot already.
Corey.
Yeah, Corey.
I'm not gonna hold you. I would be satisfied if Hannah won, if Jack won, if Monica won, or if August won.
I don't think
But
any people winning,
I
but
don't
we'll
think so
see.
either. I think Tyler won. He's
Mm.
been totally off the grid with social media. And on top of that, the fact that they voted him through without making him give up any money, it speaks volumes. Like last season, they had to do a bunch of mini challenges to win, right? And
Hmm.
all of the games, they were able to target people. I will say this, Jimmy, Mr. Beast, the whole team, if this finale is like the exact same challenges or just the same challenges from last season but upgraded, I'm gonna be disappointed. I don't feel like it, and I guarantee you, I remember we were talking about it, how they're in where are they? Are they Afghanistan, Dubai,
No, they're in like
Saudi Arabia?
um
I don't remember. Where are they?
I don't remember either.
It's Riyadh, it's Saudi
Yeah,
Arabia.
Reed, yeah.
So I know that because Beastland is there. So we were talking
That's
about it.
such a
Why did
random spot.
Well, the reason is because Beastland is there. He had a pop-up theme park in Saudi Arabia for like I want to say like 2 months or whatever. And I wouldn't be surprised if the finale is like a bunch of games that were at Beastland. So if you didn't see Beastland, basically you would go to this theme park and it's like neon, like a neon indoor thing, like when they walked in last episode. And
Okay.
you would go in there and you could do different like Beast Game style challenges to win points. And then if you
Hmm.
won a certain amount of points, I think you got to turn it in for real money, which is
Oh
insane.
wow.
Yeah. So I'm looking right now on Wikipedia or not or on Google, and there's a couple of games that they had there. One of the games, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's like there's a timer on the screen and there's a bunch of different colored things and like a pump. Then there's a maze where they had to escape the maze. What else did they have? I wouldn't be surprised if the final is just a bunch of games from Beastland. Oh, there's a foam
Maybe.
pit challenge. Wait, say it again?
I said maybe.
It would make sense, but But also it wouldn't because Beastland is closed already, so it's not like it would be promoting anything.
I have no idea.
Yeah, but I I feel like Tyler probably is the winner, which is unfortunate. Well, I mean not unfortunate, but like just from a viewer perspective, it's like okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And even if Brett does make it through, the finale is going to be boring.
Well, and you know what stinks? If he makes it through, I wouldn't be surprised if Brett won, because Brett's also been completely off the grid.
Mm-hmm.
Corey, out of the entire like top six, Corey hasn't been off the grid either. Corey has been present on social media. Tyler's the only one that's been like pretty gone. And I mean, think about it. If you won Beast Games, would you be going on TikToks and getting interviewed and all these things? No, you probably would be hush hush quiet because I know that they have to sign extra shit when you're like the winner or you're even in the top 10.
Mm.
So, well, I guess that's the end of it. Do you have any closing thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, I just hope that season three is better. That's it. That's all.
Damn, the traders ain't impressing you. Beast Games ain't impressing you. I feel bad, but like, I don't know. I think you know what, next season, I hope that we get a lot of really different people. This season, I think the problem was there was too many similar people because you had Brains and Brawn, and it was like a bunch of meatheads together the
Mm-hmm.
whole game. You know,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So I guess we'll wrap it up there. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to this episode of the OGBG breakdown. Um, and this game is about to be over. We got one more week, and then we're done with Beast Games, and we're gonna move on to Survivor 50, which Chantal and I will be covering.
Woo, I'm so excited.
I'm really excited for Survivor 50. Like,
So excited. Can't
oh
wait to
my
talk about
gosh.
Survivor. It's
Yeah.
gonna be juicy. We're gonna
Eh,
get gameplay in this motherfucker.
eh,
Okay?
we're going to be fed. And if you are
Yeah.
a Beast Games fan, odds are you're probably a Survivor fan. And if you're not, I'm telling you, this is probably the best time for you to start being a Survivor fan because season 50 is going to be something. So,
Hmm.
we'll be starting recaps for Survivor 50 on Thursday, and we'll be doing Thursdays. Um, because Wednesday I'm going to be going to the Riz God. He's having a little party. I'm not going to say where because I know some of y'all are going to be stalkers and crazy, but I'm so excited to see him. I haven't seen him actually since the show. It's been a minute. But yeah, Chantal, do you have anything to plug? Anything going on?
No, I don't really have anything to plug at this moment, but y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at XOCHANTIIEOX.
All
Don't
right.
forget it. Make sure you find me because I'll be there talking my shit like I always do.
And you have some really funny tweets, by the way. Whenever I go on Twitter, like you
Because
pop on
I
my
be getting
page.
so mad. I only go on Twitter when I'm really bad at a show or I'm really happy.
You were dragging, I don't remember who it was, but you were dragging someone about traders.
Oh,
It was
Tara?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
dragging Tara is really
Mm,
funny. Um,
no.
well, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe here on Slightly Bitta or give us a like, a follow on Spotify, whatever the shit is. I'm still learning with that shit too. And we will be back next week, not just with Survivor, but for the finale, the final recap of Beast Games Season 2. So until next time, guys, make sure you stay followed, you stay tuned, but most importantly, that you stay beastly. And we'll see you all next time. Have a good night.